Hi guys, Wrinkled Runner here. Today I'm going to be talking about summer gear. Here in Buffalo it's just finally starting to get warm, and pretty soon it's going to be probably in the 70s, and we're going to have to start using some of the things that we like to take with us on our runs to make a summer run more enjoyable. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is our hydration belts. We like these Nathan ones that we use. Mine are insulated. We have the insulated bottles here, and my husband uses this one that's not insulated. I can tell you by testing that the insulated bottles actually do keep things colder for a longer period of time. So if that's important to you, then I would suggest you get the insulated ones. They cost a little bit more, but to me they're worth it. What I like to do in the summer is fill them up halfway with water, stick them in the freezer, and then they're ready to go for my run. I fill the rest of it with cold water, and then as I'm running, even in the heat, it doesn't melt very fast. So it stays cold for most of the run. The belt he has a smaller pouch, and that's something you might want to look at when you're in the store if you're going to go the hydration belt route. My pouch is a little bigger, and so my phone, which is a 6 Plus, fits into the pouch where his phone can't fit into the pouch. So that's something you also have to think about. Also for snacks, how many snacks you're going to take, what else you're going to take and put in your pouch. I like to take my license with me that has my name on it and my address on it. Usually take some snacks in there, and sometimes some change or my keys or things like that. So those are all things you're going to want to think about when you look at a hydration tool for the summer. Some people take Camelbacks, which I've used, and I didn't like that at all. So I like this much better. I don't like the handheld ones, but for some people it's fine. They don't care. But I'm more high maintenance when it comes to running, so I like to have that out of the way. I like to wear mine with the clips in the front so that my water bottles are on my back. My husband likes to wear it in the front. So that too just depends on what you like to do. The next thing I use for summer is this kind of hat that has mostly fabric. This brim is kind of hard, but it can go into the wash. So when it gets all sweaty or sticky or dirty, I can throw it into the wash it, comes out great. I like wearing a hat in the summer. It has kind of a sweatband little thing inside, and that way the sweat doesn't run into my eyes, and it also keeps the sun off of my face, off of my part, which has a tendency to burn. And I think it's really important to wear a hat in the summer. Also, if you're on a run and it starts to rain, it offers some protection from the rain. I wear prescription sunglasses, and so I like to wear them in the summer so that I can actually see. Usually on my runs in the winter, I don't wear glasses, but in the summer with the bright sun, and it hurts my eyes, so I like to wear my prescription sunglasses. What I bought for them to keep them close to my head, because there's nothing worse than your sunglasses sliding off and having to keep pushing them up during a run. That makes me just want to throw them. I bought these, they're actually made of foam, and you can take this little doohickey back here and put it right up against your head to keep your sunglasses firm on your head. Also, because it's made out of foam, if you were to take it on a boat or a ship or something like that, or even a swimming pool, it will make the glasses float. So for me, because sunglasses that are prescription are expensive, if I'm on a boat, I want that extra protection to have it float in the water. The right kind of socks are also very important on a run. I find especially in the summer, because my feet get very, very sweaty, and so then the friction and the going back and forth, because for me, I use another half size up from what I usually wear for my running shoes. And I like to use the Balaga sock, I think that's how you pronounce it, because it helps keep the blisters away. It is made very well. They're made for running, and I'm able to not have as many blisters. Now that I'm marathon training, I'm getting more blisters, but all last summer I didn't get a single blister. And my feet are very blister prone, especially in the heat, because they're getting wet and they're sliding around. So I find that having a specific sock, and these I found have been the best for me, is very important in the summer. These are heavier. They also come in a more lightweight sock as well. Sunblock is very important when you go out for a run. You can get burned in some really weird places when you're out for a run. A lot of times I get burned on the top of my thighs, in the crook of my arm right in here, and other weird places. So I find that sunblock is very important. I had a bout of skin cancer last fall that I had to have removed, and so especially on my back, the sunblock is very important. Now, I talked to my dermatologist the other day and asked her which is better, this kind like that is a cream that you can slather on, or the spray kind, and her answer was whatever one you're going to use. So that would be my advice as well. This can be greasy, and it can combined with a sweat give you a sticky feeling that people don't like. So we a lot of times do use the spray. That seems to work better for not having as much of a greasy feel. Look for one that has a high protection, and also one, they have sports ones out there that don't come off as easily if you sweat or if you swim. The important thing is to reapply it after an hour or two. If you're out for a super long run, we're probably not going to be carrying it with us, but just keep in mind that it is important to have a sunblock. Also, don't forget your face, even if you're wearing a hat. If you're not wearing a hat, don't forget the tops of your ears, your nose, and basically wherever skin is showing, use the sunblock. Last thing I take on my run, which is kind of weird, but I use it both in the winter and in the summer, is a handkerchief. And I find that this works a lot better for me than just regular tissues. Trying to pull out tissues on a run, just they fly away. They're very fragile, and if you're sweaty, it's just gross. So I like to use a handkerchief in the winter time. My nose runs a lot, and in the summertime I can also use it to wipe off sweat, because my sinuses don't run as much in the summer, but I like to carry this with me. It's great for if you get dirty, or if you are just dripping sweat, or if you do have to blow your nose. And then I can just toss it in the washer, toss it in the dryer, and then I throw it right into my jacket or next to my running hat. And I have found that this has been just a life changer for running, and that I don't have to worry about using up all my tissues or anything like that. So there you go. Those are some things that I use for running in the summertime. If you have other things that you like to use, please say so in the comments, and head on over to wrinkledrunner.com and check out the blog over there.